The Colt Model 1860 Army revolver stands as one of the most iconic sidearms of the American Civil War, a .44 caliber percussion revolver manufactured by Colt's patent Firearms manufacturing company between 1860 and 1873. Roughly 200,000 were produced, and more than half of those ended up in the hands of Union soldiers. It became the standard companion of Union cavalrymen and scouts, prized for its balance, reliability, and lighter feel compared to earlier, bulkier Colt Dragoon models. Built on the same basic frame as the Colt 1851 Navy, the 1860 Army was cleverly strengthened to handle the larger, .44 round. Its cylinder used a distinctive rebated step, narrower at the rear and wider toward the front, allowing the powerful caliber to fit on a slimmer frame. The revolver carried 6 shots and featured an 8-inch barrel fitted with Colt's improved creeping loading lever, a mechanism that gave soldiers a smoother, more forceful way to seat each ball during loading. The sights were simple, with a small front blade and a notch cut into the hammer, more than adequate for the short to medium-range work cavalry troopers expected of it. Most cylinders were decorated with the engraved naval battle scene Colt made famous, a touch that gave even government-issued pistols an unexpected elegance. In the field, soldiers praised the revolver's smooth action and comfortable grip, often calling it one of the best-handling percussion guns of its era. Like all cap-and-ball weapons, it had its limitations: slow reloading, the buildup of black powder fouling, and the occasional cap fragment falling into the mechanism. But these frustrations didn't overshadow its reputation for power and dependability. Its service extended well beyond the Civil War, appearing in the hands of soldiers on the frontier and remaining a familiar sight until cartridge revolvers fully took over in the 1870s. Today, the Colt 1860 Army lives on as a prized collectible and a favorite among reenactors and Western film productions, with faithful reproductions still manufactured by companies such as Uberti and Pieta. Many enthusiasts consider it the finest percussion revolver ever made, a weapon that perfectly blended engineering, artistry, and battlefield practicality. The Winchester Model 1873 is often called the gun that won the West, and for good reason. Introduced in 1873 by the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, it quickly became one of the most recognizable and influential American rifles of the 19th century. It was a lever-action repeating rifle that brought together reliability, rapid fire, and rugged construction at a time when the frontier demanded all three. More than 700,000 were produced during its long manufacturing run, a testament to its popularity and staying power. The rifle was originally chambered for the new .44-40 cartridge, a round that offered enough power for defense, hunting, and general frontier use, while remaining manageable in a repeating rifle. Later versions were also produced in .38-40 and .32-20, expanding its appeal. One of the rifle's major advantages was that many revolvers were eventually chambered for the same cartridges, allowing a cowboy, lawman, or rancher to carry one type of ammunition for both rifle and sidearm, an enormous convenience on horseback or on the trail. Mechanically, the Model 1873 used Winchester's proven toggle link action, inherited from earlier Henry and Model 1866 rifles, but strengthened and refined for everyday frontier work. A steel receiver, an upgrade from the brass-framed models that came before, made the rifle sturdier and better suited to the higher pressures of the new ammunition. It was typically offered with a 24-inch octagon barrel, though shorter and longer variants existed, and it loaded through a gate on the right side of the receiver, feeding cartridges into a tubular magazine under the barrel. Frontier settlers praised the 1873 for its durability, accuracy, and its ability to deliver quick, successive shots, something single-shot rifles could never match. It became a favorite of ranchers, buffalo hunters' assistants, stagecoach guards, sheriffs, outlaws, prospectors, and countless ordinary citizens pushing into new territory. The rifle wasn't just a tool, it became a symbol of the era, appearing in dime novels, Wild West shows, and eventually early Western films. Its influence didn't fade with the closing of the frontier. The 1873 remains a cherished collector's piece, and modern reproductions continue to be made for enthusiasts, competitive shooters, and historical reenactors. More than a century after its debut, it still represents the spirit, innovation and mythology of the American West, earning its place as one of the most celebrated rifles ever built. The Korth Model Sport 6 is one of the most admired revolvers ever produced, a German-made precision firearm that represents the peak of hand-fitted craftsmanship. Built by Korth, a small company founded by Willi Korth in the mid-20th century, the Sport 6 emerged as one of their flagship revolvers, an elegant, meticulously engineered six-shot designed for competition, target work, and collectors who valued mechanical perfection above all else. Because Korth revolvers were always made in extremely limited numbers, each one was essentially a bespoke piece, assembled with exceptional attention to detail. Chambered most commonly in .357 Magnum, the Sport 6 was designed around smoothness and precision rather than mass production. Its action was celebrated for having an unusually refined and glass-like feel, owing to Korth's philosophy of manufacturing every major component in-house and fitting each part by hand. Shooters who handled one often remarked that the double-action pull felt almost impossibly consistent, and the single-action break was crisp in a way few factory revolvers could match. The revolver's overall lines were clean and modern, with a robust frame and carefully balanced weight distribution that made it stable in the hand, especially during slow, deliberate fire on the range. The Sport 6 typically featured a full underlug barrel, adjustable target sights, and beautifully machined steel surfaces that gave the revolver a distinctive, almost jewel-like appearance. Its grips, often walnut or other fine hardwood, were shaped to support competitive shooting, with contours that promoted a natural, repeatable hold. Though it had the look of a luxury item, the revolver was built for performance, and its internal tolerances were famously tight. Many owners commented that even after heavy use, the action remained as smooth as the day it left the factory. Because of its limited production and the company's uncompromising manufacturing standards, the Korth Sport 6 quickly gained a reputation as one of the finest revolvers ever made. Competitive shooters appreciated its accuracy, while collectors were drawn to its rarity and the almost watchmaker-level craftsmanship that set it apart from mainstream revolver designs. Today, original Sport 6 models remain highly sought after, often considered crown jewels in serious firearms collections. Even as modern Korth revolvers continue to push the boundaries of precision manufacturing, the Sport 6 stands as a classic example of what can be achieved when performance and artistry are given equal priority. The Mannerheim MR96 is a French-made precision revolver designed as the successor to the famous MR73, carrying forward its reputation for exceptional accuracy, durability, and refined engineering. Introduced in the 1990s by Manufactured des Machines du Haut-Rhin, Mannerheim, the MR96 was created with professional service users and competitive shooters in mind, offering a modernized interpretation of a revolver built for demanding high-volume use. Though it never achieved the widespread fame of its predecessor, it quickly earned respect among enthusiasts who valued its blend of ruggedness and smooth mechanical performance. Like the MR73, the MR96 was most commonly chambered in .357 Magnum, with the ability to fire .38 Special for training or precision target work. What set it apart was its redesigned frame and lockwork, which were engineered to simplify production and maintenance, without compromising the revolver's hallmark strength. The action remained remarkably smooth, with a consistent double-action pull and a clean, crisp single-action break, qualities Mannerheim revolvers were internationally known for. The MR96's internals were carefully polished and fitted, a process that contributed to its longevity and its reputation for withstanding extremely high round counts. Visually, the revolver had a clean, contemporary look, marked by its robust frame, angular barrel profile, and high-quality blued or matte finishes. Its adjustable sights and full-length underlug helped give it excellent balance, and the grips, often ergonomic rubber or precision-shaped wood, were designed to provide stability during rapid or sustained fire. Competitive shooters appreciated that the revolver maintained its point of aim even through long strings of shots, while police and tactical users valued its reliability under harsh conditions. Although the MR96 wasn't produced in the same numbers as many other service revolvers of its era, its limited availability only heightened its appeal among collectors. For those who managed to own one, it represented a kind of mechanical refinement rare in factory-produced revolvers. Today, the MR96 stands as a noteworthy chapter in Manurhine's lineage of precision sidearms, a modern evolution of a storied design philosophy that prioritized endurance, smooth handling, and exacting craftsmanship. Which is your favorite firearm in this lineup? Which were a bargain price, if any? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe.